Hi, everybody. DJ Yokley with you for another season of Basketball Coaches Corners, and the first one kicks off right here in Bulldog Country with the head ball coach of the East Palestine Bulldogs, Mr. Bill Stanton. Coach, how are you?
Good, DJ. How are you?
Doing well, brother. Doing well. Not to bring up last year, but last year 3-20 overall. This year a lot higher standards for this East Palestine Bulldog basketball team. Talk to me about what happened in the offseason to, especially around COVID, that you guys had to juke and jive around in order to make this team above average basketball team, as is always your standard.
Well, first off, it was. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy. And second off, it was a weird year. It's a weird year for everybody. Um, Everybody's trying to figure out how to rewrite the book of coaching because you can't go face to face anymore. Um, so what we did was we met once a week with our kids just to make sure that they were doing okay, make sure their families were okay, because this is a big part of coaching is making sure that not only are the kids okay playing wise, but they're also okay outside of basketball. So we made sure of that, but then we also gave them workouts and stuff like that to um, do each day. We had a Google Classroom set up. Just try to stay in contact as much as we can. It wasn't easy, but the kids were great about it. Always trying to do whatever they can to stay in shape and keep working on basketball.
So when you look at this year and as you prepare to tip off the 2020-2021 season, talk to me about what was the biggest challenge maybe for you and your staff in your team, and then maybe what was kind of an unexpected surprise and a nice surprise, if you would.
Well, the first thing is trying to make sure that we follow all the guidelines. That's the most important thing, and it was kind of hard. But we're getting it done. That's all that matters. The second, the surprise, the unexpected surprise was how well this group meshes together. Um, they they really mesh well together. I laugh at it all the time. We didn't mean to do this, but we have four freshmen, four sophomores, four juniors, and four seniors.
Oh wow.
Um, and I did not mean to do that, but that just has so happened. So having four of each, you would think it maybe takes a little bit of time for them to mesh, but the ball's not sticking, the ball's moving, and we are playing good basketball. So I'm very happy with that. Was an unexpected surprise as quickly as it did happen, um, but a surprise that we another surprise was the fact that we got to. I mean, the fact that we're a day or not a day, but a week away from a game. We never thought we would. I mean, I was looking at January. I was looking, if at all, at January. Um, Now we're looking at next week or the week after, and this thing's starting to roll. And it was just last night I was watching games on your guys' channel, and thinking to myself, "Wow, this is actually happening." I never thought there'd be a football season either, but we're here, and I'm glad that we're here.
There's a lot of coaches that really appreciate the preparation, the extra preparation for a season, because it seemed like you guys were behind the eight ball with knowing what was happening, and obviously, you're at the mercy of the governor and the OHSAA at any given day or any given hour, really. So, do you embrace the preparation of it to be able to have a couple extra weeks to prepare for basketball, get these guys maybe from, because East Palestine is a small school, going from football season to basketball season can be a big transition, to get them a couple extra weeks of maybe getting into game season and game shape.
You hit the nail on the head because I always say it's really hard to get guys ready in 1 month. You're looking at 1 month. You're getting scrimmages in and stuff like that, and then you're playing usually the first week of December, if not that last week of November. So it's tough. I mean, it really is. It's tough to do that. So to get those extra kind of weeks, make sure that stuff's in and you can do what you need to do um, to make sure everything's right. And if you call a play, everybody knows it. That's the nice part about it. And my kids will tell you all the time. My players will tell you all the time. We run a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff um, in our playbook that we can go to if need be. We might not call it every night, but we go to it, and that gives them a little bit extra time, and they don't have to um, get it right away.
All right, let's talk about your players for a little bit. 4 freshmen, 4 sophomores, 4 juniors, 4 seniors. Let's talk about those players we're going to see on Tuesdays and Fridays throughout the week on YSN East Palestine. Talk to me. I mean, it's a different look for the Bulldogs this year. Who are going to be the guys that they're going to have their name called throughout the season?
We're looking at about 8 guys that'll play for us this year. Not to tip my cap to what we're going to do, but we're going to play 8 guys, and they're all going to see minutes. One night it may be one guy that's going to play a big amount of minutes, and the next night he might not. It's just who's hot. Our seniors, Dom Wyckoff, Zion Figley, Dom Furch, and Brandon Turcola, who is out. He tore his ACL, but he's still around and still helping out as much as he can. And then juniors-wise, we got Aiden McTrustry, Evan Smith. And then on our sophomores, we'll have Weston Jones. And we will have Ryan Rosen that'll play a couple good minutes. And then we'll look at some freshmen. They'll play the JV level. But we're going to try and play 8 guys. 8 guys are going to play, and we're not going to stop anybody from getting on the floor. At the end of the day, I've told these guys many times, it's whoever comes to practice and does the work, puts in the work, is going to get on the floor. I don't care if you're in 9th grade or 12th grade. If you work hard and you do what's right, you're going to be put on the floor.
All right, from your standpoint, if let's say I'm a parent and I need to talk to my son about getting playing time, what are the expectations for Coach Stanton?
Working hard, not only on the hardwood, but also in the classroom, representing East Palestine in all the right ways. And I tell our kids all the time, and they think I'm crazy about this, but we have 17 kids. We got 4 coaches. 4 coaches. So there's 21. Say we got 20 down at the 7th and 8th grade level, and then K through 5, we got a bunch too. I did the number one time last couple months, and we got about 100 kids or 100 people that I'm making a decision for. And I tell them that all the time. I say, you're making a decision if you're at the varsity level or the JV level, you're making a decision for 17 people now, or 20-some. You have to think about that. You're not only now making a decision for yourself because you have East Palestine basketball on your chest, and you have to make a decision for everybody. One kid goes down, that hurts the whole program, the whole team. So that's also a big expectation of ours.
So the question that everybody wants to know is, you lose your leading scorer, how do you replace him?
Well, you replace him with the fact that we are going to play team basketball. Everybody's going to get their shot, touch the ball, and go and try and work the ball around, not let it stick. If you look at the year that the Spurs beat the Heat in the finals, they did have Tim Duncan, they did have Mono Ginobili.
They had a couple guys.
But nobody that was like LeBron James, that was like a star that you were like, oh, we got to stop that guy. I mean, Tim Duncan sometimes looked like he could barely get off the bus. And Ginobili was not very tall. That's what I'm looking at this group is, just to move the ball. And you know what? Nobody cares if they get the points or whatever it is. We're going to find the open guy and shoot the ball and work as a group. I mean, that's one thing that I've seen in practice a lot is these guys are going to move the ball and they're going to work hard. They don't care who gets the accolades.
All right, so what's the motto for this year for the East Palestine Bulldogs in 2020 and 2021?
We actually have 2 that we're using. One's all in, just because we look at it with this COVID and stuff, and we have to. You're either all in or you're all out, because it can change. We just talked to the kids through Zoom a little bit earlier, and I told them I was 135 or something. I said at 140 this could change, and if you're not all in, then you don't know. Then you're not going to always be on the right page. And then the other one, which the kids keep making fun of me for, but is Ubuntu, which is an African word that means I am because we are. And like I just said before, if we don't believe that all 5 of us or all 17 of us or all 20 of us, whatever matter, then we're not going to get anywhere as a basketball team. We have to be strong as one to be able to move forward.
I love it. All right. takeaways for you as a coach this year, from your expectations for yourself. What are you holding yourself accountable to for this team in this particular year where there is a lot of unknowns?
Well, the first one would be the fact that we always got to stay organized. Organization is key this year because game can get canceled at any point in time. So that it's one thing that I'm kind of have on my shoulders right now and on my chest, and making sure that I know what organization wise. And then the other thing is I just want to make sure that we're playing the toughest basketball we can play. Go out every night and play tough. That's something that doesn't take much athletic ability. It doesn't really take any athletic ability. Just go out and play tough. And if we're not playing tough, then something's wrong. And I'm not doing my job. So just playing tough and making sure we're organized.
I love it. Coach Stanton, the first of the year, our Coach's Corner, and we appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you on the court very, very soon, my friend.
Thanks, DJ. Thanks for all you guys do, and go Bulldogs.